What is going on, faithful? It is your boy, Niner Sickness with the Niner Sickness podcast. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful evening. Get ready to enjoy some call-ins today, some fan interaction with you guys. I want to hear what's on your mind. I want to hear what you're thinking. This is an opportunity for you guys to express how you feel about the team, the direction that we're going in. What do you feel about Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, Parag, Marte? I mean, this is an opportunity you have to call in and share your thoughts on this show. And before I get started, let me go ahead and just let everybody know, please do me a favor, wipe your feet, and smash that like button for me. Smash that like button for me. Thank you. All right, let's acknowledge some people here. Oh, this is big. All right, hold on, guys. All right, what is going on? Dina Harvey, how you doing? Lucky, what's up, Lucky? We got Vinny in the house. What's up, Vinny? JBXY, what's up? Welcome to the stream. We got Austin Blackwood. How you doing, sir? Muhammad Sanu needs to step up and be open more. Okay. I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. Daniel Cantu, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Matthew Navarro, what's up, Matthew? Welcome. Joe Garcia, I hear you, bro. This is where you can call in and express your frustration with and about the team. Kyle needs to start letting the offense coordinator start playing, making calls for the offense. Yeah. Mike McDaniels. Yeah, Mac McDaniels, you got to ask yourself, what is Mac McDaniels' role in this offense? What is he doing? I mean, is he just a mouthpiece for the media, or is he actually contributing more than just the running game? I absolutely agree, Austin. Kathy, how you doing, Kathy? Welcome to the show. Aruna, how you doing, sir? Good to see you again. Hope you are having a good evening. I'm having a wonderful, blessed evening. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, bro, frustration is what the topic of discussion today is. What's up, David Williams? How you doing, sir? I can understand your frustration, and you guys are entitled to definitely be frustrated about everything that's going on. This season hasn't gone the way we planned. After a season like last year, going in 2020, with all the injuries, everything that we had to endure as Niner fans was difficult. Then we get everybody healthy. We're like Man, we move up, we draft Trey Lance, we take a running back, we're feeling excited, we're thinking we're going to have a great season, we're fired up, we win the first 2 games, we're 2-0. Man, everything's going peachy, right? And then that Green Bay game happens. And everything started to just go downward from there. It has been tough, to say the least, for sure. Let's see here. This team needs to step up their game. I'm sick of them not contributing and performing. I hear you, Matthew. I hear you, brother. I hear you, man. It is frustrating. It's frustrating when you draft a guard with the second round and he doesn't start. It's upsetting when you move up into the third round, you trade with the Rams to the ability to get there. You draft Ohio State's running back and he was inactive against the Cardinals. Your second and third round picks were inactive. They were inactive. Why are you going to be drafting a guard? And we could have taken Shante, that corner. His dad played in the NFL. His name is slipping me for a minute there. We could have taken in him. And we didn't. What's up, Niner Faithful? Welcome to the stream, brother. Hey, Sickness, I'm frustrated. So I'm going to be on rant today. Hey, this is the opportunity for you guys to rant. This is the opportunity for you guys to express how you feel, man. And you're entitled. You are entitled to call in and let me know how you feel about the team, the direction we're going in, the lack of things that Kyle has done this year. Should he be fired? Should he be on the hot seat? Should Trey be starting and not Jimmy? These are the things that I want to hear from you, the faithful, today. What's up, Christopher? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see, brother. Welcome. Welcome. Everybody watching me on YouTube, make sure to smash that like button for your boy Niner Sickness. Appreciate it. What's up, Gonzalez? We got a Rams fan. Welcome, welcome. Oh, excuse me. The Rams are all in for sure. They're as all of you already heard, they went ahead and signed OBJ to that offense with Woods already there, Cooper Kupp. They're definitely putting all their chips in the middle. This is a do or die for them, man. They got to hit this. They don't make the they don't make the Super Bowl. It's going to be interesting for the Rams, to say the least. What's going on, Chris? How you doing, Chris? Welcome to the show. Last year just carried over to this year. The team just seems out of sync and too many mistakes. Execution, yes. Mistakes, penalties, not utilizing the players that we have properly. Kyle Shanahan. I mean, again, I can't stress this enough, ladies and gentlemen. When you have Banks, your second round pick, inactive, when you have your running back that you traded up to get in the third round inactive, what is going on? What is really going on with your San Francisco 49ers? How come we can't stop the run? Well, the white nine is a reason why, and the D tackles that we have are not really. I mean, we're missing Javon Kinlaw. I understand that a lot of you guys wanted, did not see that Javon Kinlaw was sacks and the comparisons to Buckner, and he's not Buckner. But the reality is this, ladies and gentlemen. Javon Kinlaw is a really good against the run. Big body. He can penetrate two tackles and still penetrate. We're missing his absence. DJ Jones has been in and out of the lineup. Streets is terrible. Let's not even talk about Streets. He is terrible. Givens has been manhandled. We move in Armstead inside. But Armstead can't do everything himself. We're getting gashed and between the tackles. And we can't do that. A lot of people are upset that Fred Warner's not having the year that he's had in the past. Well, a lot of that is not his fault. If the D tackles are not doing their job, and if they don't allow him to run free, then there's going to be issues with Fred Warner. Our D tackle's job is to make sure that our linebackers can roam freely and do their job. And that hasn't been happening. What's going on, Alfonso? Welcome to the stream, brother. Welcome to the stream. Hello from the 505 area code. Last time we had fun with this Young and Rice. I am frustrated. We need to clean house. Like your opinion. Wow. All right. So, Alfonso, who did we start with? Was the obvious? Kyle Shanahan? John Lynch? Murat Prague? D'Amico Ryans? Now, we don't do it mid-year, but after the season, we're definitely going to have to make some changes. I mean, listen, I don't know how many of you guys love Kyle, but this is Kyle's 5th season. And if we wind up with a losing season this year, he'll be 1 out of 4. Meaning he has one winning season and 4 bad seasons. That's not good. Not good at all. What's up, Chris? What's up, Josh? How you doing, brother? What's good, faithful? Hope you're having a wonderful evening. I am. I hope you as well. Dina says, every major sports article I saw today said that Kyle is bad for the Niners. Too many excuses given poor performance. He's definitely having a bad year. Now, I think Kyle is still a great play caller. But is he necessarily a great coach? Does he have too much on his plate? Is he better served just being a coordinator instead of having all that responsibility? Those are the things that we need to ask ourselves. Trey Sermon, Aaron Banks, what a waste. And we don't even know what we have in them, Matthew. We don't even know what we have in them. Asante Samuel Jr., thank you, Aruna. We gave up the opportunity to get him, to get Banks, and we haven't even used Banks. Those are the things that just make you want. They're head scratchers. Thank you, Alan. I believe his dad played for the Eagles. He might have played for the Bills as well, but he played for the Eagles for the most part. That I do know. Thank you, Chris. You guys are on it. If Kyle gets fired, John needs to get fired also because all of his disappointing draft along with him keep the draft players with an injury history in his first 3 rounds just needs to stop. Now, we did get Kittle, Greenlaw in the 5th round. We did draft Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and now Hufanga looks like he's going to be a good pick. So, not all picks were bad, but I hear what you're saying. But not all picks were bad. Christopher comes in saying, and why is Demo, I'm going to call him, not playing? But that bum Fitzpatrick, very good question. And it's that question right there is frustrating, brother. We should let the young ones play. I mean, this guy's Fitzpatrick is old. He's in his last year. He's making mistakes. He's getting into fights. That fight that cost us 15-yard penalty, he wasn't even part of the play. He had no business doing what he did. So Demo should come back and we should sit Fitzpatrick. Absolutely, bro. I agree. And I'm sorry, Fitzpatrick came in for Norman. Norman's the idiot that has been fired to get in fights. He's the dummy that's been getting in fights. Him and Norman and Fitzpatrick both got to go. They both got to go. Shocked with how we're playing. What the hell is going on? Absolutely. It upsets me that we play a bunch of money, that we bounce a lot of this money players if they are not going to show out and show how much talent they have on the roster. Kyle just needs to pull his head out of his butt. Interesting. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. I'm going to be opening up the phone lines in a few seconds. So get ready to dial if you want to be a caller and call into the show. We need a coach who's experienced winning and a GM with multiple draft hits. And I feel bad for Jalen, but he's just an example of why we need to start looking for a replacement for John. Interesting. That pick with Jalen Hurd was definitely a tough one, man. We finally waived him. We finally moved on. 3 years and never got the opportunity to play a down in the regular NFL. Very, very frustrating, to say the least. What is going on, Christian Carver? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the podcast. The only reason we may have a shot against the Rams is because even when we are at our worst, they are their best. We still beat them. Well, last year, to your point, Christian, last year we beat them with a bunch of scrubs, right? We had a bunch of scrubs last year. All our main players were hurt, and we still were able to beat them with Nick Mullins. But the Rams are not the same Rams of last year. The addition of Matthew Stafford has been a good addition for them. But Kyle Shanahan does have McVay's number. What is going on, Moses? D-back disciple. How you doing, sir? Just heard the news about Jalen Hurd. It's about time. Why have him on the roster? Right? Why have him on the roster if he's just there and not able to perform. So it is about time. Streets has been a shocking disappointment. Yes, he has. Very. Tom, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the stream, brother. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate it. How's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's having a great time. We're going to go ahead and open up the lines and allow you guys to express yourself. Now, I can only take one call at a time, as you know. So if somebody's on the phone with me trying to wait to call in, and then the next person that calls in, I'll pick up the line. So the number is in the description below. So if you look at the description below, you'll see the number and you can go ahead and call it. But just in case, the number is 209 area code 315-5744. Again, number area code 209-315-5744 is the number to call in if you want to express how you feel. The number is also in the description as well for your viewing. One of the things I'm tired is this team not contributing in other players and always going cheap. That's a Parag thing. That is definitely a Parag issue there, Matthew. Could Parag be the problem on this team? Bosa, I knew for a fact, is doing his best, but he can't do it alone. He needs help. Absolutely 100%, Moses. What's up, Jag? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. It's a little bit smaller. Hey, Niner Sickness, how are you? I'm doing great, sir. How are you? I did wipe my feet, thank you. I know that injuries are unpredictable, but Shanahan's team are a running team. Yet, we don't stay committed to it. Am I missing something? Excuse me. No, you're not. You're absolutely not missing something, Jag. For some reason, Kyle has not been committed to the run as much as he should. Our bread and butter is in the run. It seems like when Raheem Mostert got hurt, Kyle Shanahan just kind of got deflated. Like, Wilson got hurt prior to the season starting, and he should be back against the Rams, so he's definitely going to be welcome back. But then the first week, we had Raheem Mostert get hurt. All right, we got our first call. Hold on. Oh, actually, hold on. That's my other phone. Sorry, I got two phones. So if you guys want to call in, area code 209-315-5744. And we're not committed to the run. And that's a problem. That is a problem. It seems like when Raheem Mostert went out, I don't know, Kyle Shanahan doesn't have trust in Trey Sermon. Elijah Mitchell has been doing his thing, but he needs help as well. And Hasty, kind of like he's been there, but not really too much to rely on. Hopefully, with the addition of, hopefully with the addition of Wilson coming back. Oh my God. Hold on. Are you guys calling in? because the wrong number's ringing. Let me know if any of you guys try to call in, because the wrong phone is calling. I gotta fix that. My apologies if that's the case. Oh, okay. So he started with okay. Hold on, Aruna. Let me do something real quick. Okay, hold on, boss. Let's see something real quick. All right, try it again, Aruna. Try it one more time. For some reason, hold on, guys. Let's try something real quick. Hold on, real quick. Hello, thank you for calling in. Who am I speaking with?
The voicemail, press 2.
Hold on, guys.
Call from.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead and call. I'm having some typical difficulties. Go ahead and give it one more shot. Whoever called the last, I apologize. I'm using a Google account number, and I guess I'm not used to the Google, so I apologize. Go ahead and let's see here. Let me call. All right, guys, give me one more. Give me another try. Thank you for calling into the Niners Sickness Podcast. Who am I speaking with? Who am I speaking with? Hello? Hello?
Call from.
Varun.
This is irritating. Hold on, guys. This is why Google gives you free. This is why Google account gives you a free number, right? Because they're terrible. I'm going to call this number back. Let's see who it is. Hello?
Hey, Beto.
Hey, all right, how you doing? I apologize. How you doing? I apologize for the technical difficulty. Google, I tried a brand new number with the Google account, and I guess you gotta give permission to each caller. That I didn't know that, so my apologies.
That's okay. My question is, how do you feel Jalen Hurd released from the roster?
My feelings on Jalen Hurd, I had an upside for him. I really liked him coming out of college. I love the idea that he was a running back at Tennessee, and then when he went to Baylor, he was able to be transitioned to receiver. Big body. I like the flashes that he showed in preseason against the Cowboys. But unfortunately, he hurt his back on that one play against the Cowboys when he went into the end zone and just did not get the opportunity to recover from it. And sitting on the roster for 3 seasons, it's really hard to miss him because we didn't really
Right.
we didn't see. You can't miss something you really didn't have.
Right. You can't really miss anything if you didn't see him play and catch any touchdowns really that much, right?
Correct. I mean, we understand that he had talent, and there was a possibility that he could have been
Yeah.
something, but it's not like Deebo Samuel.
Yeah.
We've seen him play, and then he gets hurt, and then we have to waive him because of it. It's not like that, for at least not for me.
No. No, exactly. What I was saying was earlier when I was talking about how we pay a bunch of players, the whole office of the Niners pay a bunch of money for these players to play and show how good of talent they become and how good of their star they're becoming. Lately, they haven't really showed any good talent, and they're just wasting the money and showing how they just do what they do with the money, not really showing it on the field. If you see, that's what's kind of irritating me. Like, they get all this money they get from like a 3-year contract to a 2-year contract, even a 1-year contract. You know what I'm saying? They just can't. They say they can perform really good, but they just don't show it.
Yeah, they're not producing.
That's how I see it.
They're not producing it on the field. So let me ask you right now, between Parag, that deals a lot with that financial area, or Kyle or John, who do you think should be on the hot seat the most, in your opinion?
Honestly, Kyle Shanahan should be in the hot seat because he's the one that's been dicking around with the plays. He's the one that's calling the 15 regular plays that's off the first quarter. Honestly, he should not even use those plays and start just using off the playbook, or just let the offensive coordinator do his job and call the plays himself. He should just do his job and be the coach. Honestly. In my opinion, he has too much on his hands to do what he's doing. You know, he only went to the Super Bowl for 1 season in 2019. And other than that, we've been having not a good year, but an okay year with a 3-5. I'm okay with that. But just our roster, our whole right side, our defense, our whole right side is not really that good. Like, I watched the Seahawks game. You let DK Metcalf, I mean, he's that good. Yes, he's good. But you can't let that guy, like him, get open and hit like a 80-yard dash on you or something, you know, to get to the end zone. You know what pissed me off the most was Josh Norman just getting that penalty, and it wasn't even he wasn't even during the play.
Yeah, that was very annoying. That he got involved in that when it wasn't even something with him. He just got it. I mean, it's like all he can do is hurt the team more than what he does to help the team. He hasn't did, to my opinion, he hasn't did anything to help the team other than hurt it with that penalty. I mean, that penalty was unnecessary. What are you doing? And then he gets in a fight with his own player.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you thinking? Like, I'd rather take my chances when we had Clinton Dix, you know? I'd rather take my chances with him than deal with Josh Norman. Josh Norman gets burnt every time the other offense get on the field. He gets burnt. Every time he tries to go with the route, he gets burnt on the outside or in the inside. He can't guard. He's not like he used to be when he was on the Washingtons or on the Bills, even though he did okay when Mark Henry stiff-armed him. That was just awesome. But other than that, he just can't guard anymore.
Yeah. And then we lost McClinchy. A lot of us don't like McClinchy. We think McClinchy.
I mean,
but man, we're gonna miss him.
Job. I mean, oh yeah, I'm gonna miss him. He did his job. I mean, that man did all he can do to make sure the quarterback doesn't get sacked. Yeah, and the quarterback is gonna get sacked here and there, but you know, he can hold so much to not let that quarterback get sacked. You know, I hope he does good. I mean, I hope prayers for him and his family. Hope he gets his injury good and make sure he does a good recovery, put it that way.
Yeah, same here. I wish him the best recovery. So who do you think they're going to put at right tackle, excuse me? You think they're going to move Brunskill there and then bring in Aaron? Or do you think they're going to put Moore, the rookie, there and keep Brunskill at guard? What is your opinion on that?
It depends. If Shanahan's being Shanahan, he might put a rookie in. But if he wants to win a game, put a veteran in who's been in the game for more than 1 year. You know what I mean? Even though he knows a rookie might know where he stands on the roster on the line, but you want a veteran in there like Trent Williams. He's phenomenal, dude. That dude goes through the line like no tomorrow. We need another dude on the right side. That's what we need. Like he's on the left side. We need someone like him on the right side, honestly, to make sure to keep that quarterback, have a little bit more extra time in the pocket so he can get his wide receivers more open.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And it's frustrating, bro. It is frustrating because this is the year that we did not plan. At least I did not plan it this way.
Oh, I didn't plan it to see the Niners fall that fast down to 3-5. I mean, that's a good record right now, but I'd rather see them have at least a playoff spot and at least try to prove and surprise everyone else in the other 32 teams out there that they're came back from injuries, all the stuff that they're going through right now, and they made a playoff spot and actually made it to at least to the actual division. Beat the wild card, make the playoff, and go to the championship, and see where they go from there. That's what I was hoping. But right now, how we see Michael Glinty's out for the whole season, our main running back's out for the whole season. We don't really have a number 2 wide receiver at the moment. The only one right now is Deebo Samuel. We need a number 2. Mohamed Sanu's not really doing anything. He's just kind of mainly blocking. Kittle just came back from IR. He's not really going to do too much, but he's going to be out there and get open and try not to re-injure himself, you know.
Yeah. Now, Brandon Ayuk has been kind of stepping up little by little. It kind of seems like he's been getting out of the doghouse for Kyle Shanahan, and he had a pretty good game against Arizona.
Yes, that's one thing I was going to say is Brandon Ayuk did surprise me of last game against the Arizona Cardinals for how impressive he got open in that one touchdown in the end zone. He leaped and caught that touchdown and showed his athletic. That's what I'm saying, athletic
ability.
Person like him, ability, can do. Like that's what we kind of need besides getting injured too at the same time.
Exactly. So let me ask you before I let you go and take other calls because I have other callers trying to get in.
Yeah,
and
no problem. Sorry to talk your ear off.
No. That's the whole. Listen, this is why I do call-ins for you guys to be able to call in and let me know how you feel. And if I'm going to sit there and cut you off after a minute, it's not fair. So that's not who I am. It's not what I do. But I do want to give everybody else an opportunity. But let me ask you before I let you go, the game against the Rams on Monday. Give me your prediction. What's your thoughts on that game, honestly?
All right. If it comes down to it, if the Rams, if we can stop the Rams to go 3-and-out, and we can at least make at least a touchdown or have them make a field goal and have us make a field goal, it's going to come down to at least a touchdown or a field goal. So about, I'm going to say 26-29. So a field goal.
20. Okay. Sounds good.
So
sounds good.
It's going to come down to it'll probably come down to the wire that hopefully Jimmy's going to be on fire on this Monday night game, and he's going to actually just don't worry about the interceptions. At least throw one and get that over with, get that out of your head, and just get the game and just win the game. I understand he throws the interceptions, but man, just get that out of the way and just honestly win the rest of the game, and you can do it. You have all the faith you can have in your team and the coaching staff, and win that game on Monday night.
We got to do it, brother. We definitely got to do it because we have to bounce back from that ugly game against Arizona. So, hey, man.
Definitely.
I want to thank you for calling in, bro. I'm going to be trying to do call-ins more often. I'm going to get myself situated a little bit more better for the next time. But I appreciate you being the first caller of tonight's live, bro.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
So
appreciate it.
Appreciate you stopping by, brother. You have a wonderful evening.
Let's go, faithful.
Let's go, Niners. All right, brother.
Let's
Take
go.
care.
Have a good night.
You too. All right. So that was a caller calling in expressing how he felt. I do apologize for the technical difficulties. Google is something that I should have tested it sooner. Sorry. What's up, Remilia Sports Report? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. All right, Aruna and I believe Moses have been trying to call in. So let's see here. Let me look at the text. Give me 1 second, gentlemen. All right. Moses, let me give Moses a call. Aruna, if you're still here watching, you want to call in, text me your number, put your name on it, and I'll call you after. We'll do it this way. It just seems to work a little bit better this way. My apologies.
What's up, Thickness?
What's going on, Mr. D-Back Disciple in the house? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right. I mean, I'm mentally drained from work, but I'm good.
I'm good. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing good, bro. So talk to me. Let me know about your D-backs, these D-backs that we have. What's your frustration, brother? This is your opportunity.
My frustration is that the undisciplined of the technique. They are not disciplined technique, and it's really pissing me off. I mean, this is something when I coach my son, this is the one thing I was hard on them about. Technique. Stick to the basics. And to just see my 49 and the frustration is like, I want to go to the TV and start playing some D-back because this is so frustrating.
It is definitely, and then you have Norman acting like a child, talking about your son.
Oh, don't get me started on Norman. Okay, yeah, I did some antics and stuff like that when I played back in high school, but nothing like what he did. I mean, first off, where is the team at to get Josh Norman away from the Arizona Cardinal coach? Get him away. And overall, what is Josh Norman even doing walking over there? Get out of there. Get where was the team at? That's what I tripped out about, because usually a leadership team, somebody showing leadership, will grab them and come, let's go. Now it's not the time. We didn't need that at the time. We were starting to get the momentum, I believe.
Correct. We were, and then that penalty against them would have pushed them back 15 yards. But here comes Norman and getting involved with the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. And the problem is, you shouldn't get involved, period. But it wasn't even his play, Moses. It wasn't even his play. He was just butting in where he didn't belong because he doesn't know how to handle his temper. And you can't have someone like that is unable to handle their tempo out there hurting our team.
I mean, look, Sickness, you and I both know if we did something like that, we're pushing another team or even fighting with our own teammates, we're either on the bench or it's a wrap for the season. That's even we make it to next season. We got to earn back our spot for the next season. I mean, me and you are well aware of that.
Correct. It's frustrating,
and
bro.
The other part is, I mean, who is the DB coach? That's what I like that, because the one we have is garbage. Where do I apply it? I mean, I coach my sons a lot better than what our D-back coach is doing, and the evidence is both my sons.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. It is frustrating. In the tackling, in the miss angles, I mean, Emmanuel Mosley missed a couple of tackles. It's frustrating. And they don't look back. They don't play they either play the ball or they don't play the defender. It's just chaos back there, bro. I don't know, man.
And one of the things I called out for, I don't know if it was your show or another show, I don't recall. Maybe you could refresh my memory. I remember saying this: with Richard Sherman gone, would his leadership be missed in the secondary? And right now, I believe my point is being proven right now.
Yeah, his absence definitely been missed in the leadership and his playing ability back there. Definitely with the D-backs, man. Most definitely with the D-backs, we're missing Sherman. It's funny how much a difference can make without Sherman. Because even last year with injuries, we were playing better and more disciplined than we are today this year. And it's frustrating. That leadership is definitely being missed.
And I'm glad you brought up the tackling. Let's go to the Arizona game. The Arizona game. Mosley. One of the things with coach sickness, in a situation like that, we don't overrun or overplay to make the tackle. We stand our ground, let the running back do his little dance, let him do his cumbias, whatever. But when eventually he's going to come to you, and once he comes to you, you make the tackle, you stand your ground, you bend your knees, you put your shoulders through his chest, and make the tackle. What Mosley was doing, trying to make a highlight, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I screamed at the TV like, what are you doing? First off, you take a bad angle. You both feet, plant both of your feet, bend your knees, put your shoulder through the chest of the running back, and put him down. I mean, at least Drake Kirkpatrick did that. I mean, yeah, he got trucked. And sickness on the side note, I know what it's like to be trucked. Yeah, it's not a good feeling. It's like your shoulders are just went to your rib. That's how it feels.
Ouch. Yeah, I saw that, man. That was at first I thought it was a bad angle.
At least he was disciplined. At least he was disciplined and held his ground, even though we got trucked. At least he did his part. Mosley didn't.
Yeah, Mosley definitely definitely needed to do that. Yeah, I saw that play with Fitzgerald. I thought he Fitzpatrick, excuse me. I thought at first I thought he took a bad angle, but then I looked at the tape again and I noticed, you know what? He actually was disciplined. He was in the right place. He just got ran over, or like you like to call it, trucked over. And, you know, that's unfortunate for him, but it had nothing to do with him not actually doing what he was supposed to do.
And you know what? The two people I really believe that the Niners should have kept, Devontae Harris. And you know, Cygnus, I've been hyping him up. I mean, his technique is what I'm really raving about. I think he would have been better than Norman, and I believe Mayers. He was number 41 when he played in that preseason against the Raiders. His technique jumped off. He would have been another one that would have been more in depth, that could probably outplay Avery Thomas and Lenoir at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you real quick, besides the secondary, and I know that's where you focus, that's where I know you know football in general, but what you like to expertise is in the secondary. But for just a minute, other than the secondary, what other areas are you concerned in besides the secondary that you think we need to change if we want to start winning some games?
The offensive line, hands down. I mean, I think it was Compton, something like that?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Oh, my God, did he get manhandled? He got abused. Somebody should have called 911 on that dude for doing that to him.
Yeah, yeah.
The offensive line, hands down.
Gotcha.
And I don't believe Trey Lance is even getting a fair shot, to be honest with you. For some reason, Kyle Shanahan had it out for him. I don't know if it's because he's being a spoiled brat and wanted Mac Jones and he didn't get his way. Now he's pouting. Something's going on.
Well, the thing with the thing with the Mac Jones, I'm not a firm believer, and nobody really knows, but I'm not a firm believer that Kyle wanted Mac Jones and there was a John Lynch, thing. They were fighting, and and Jed York and John Lynch teamed up, and I think Kyle wanted Trey and wanted him all along. He wanted a mobile quarterback. Now, to the fairness of Trey, you said like you don't understand why he's not playing. Now, I'm not for him playing in there and taking over for Jimmy completely yet. I do want him to take a few snaps here and there, continue to develop in that way. This game against Arizona, it got ugly, and it got ugly quick defensively. But Jimmy G in this game, and I'm not talking as a whole, but in this game did not really lose this game. He played.
No, he didn't. It was the offensive line that.
Yes.
Offensive line going to the other side of the ball lost it.
Yes, he did his part. I mean, he threw that bone-in interception, but by that time, it was garbage time. Still shouldn't have thrown it, but my point being, he did what he had to do to try to win the game. That defense the offensive line let him down. The defense let him down. So for a lot of the fans that want Trey Lance, I'm like, well, Jimmy didn't do bad. It wasn't like we lost the game because of Jimmy. Then I understand. We lost the game because even if you bring Trey in against, for example, against the Rams, how does he help the defense? He's not a corner. He's not a linebacker. He's not a defensive tackle or defensive end. So bringing in Trey Lance and offensively, what does that do for our defense? We got to fix our defense because that's where we struggled in. You know?
And let me tell you this, Sickness, before I go, is this what I'm calling for? If this what it takes to get the whole team excited, let's do the two quarterback system. Let's do it. Let's see if that gets the guys pumped up.
Now the situation about the two quarterbacks situation, before I let you go, Moses, and I appreciate you being part of the call-ins. The offensive line, it's hard for them to adapt to those two different style of quarterbacks. That's why when you notice when Trey Lance came in, we had a lot of offensive line penalties because the adjustments they make for Trey is completely different from Jimmy. And even though it sounds like a great idea, in my opinion, I could be wrong. I'm mostly are. Talk to my wife; she'll tell you. But I think bringing two quarterbacks and just move one here and one the other very often I think that'll be harder on the offensive line, in my opinion.
And Sickness, this is why they practice. Practice.
Yeah. I hear you. At this point, you're 3 and 5, right?
Yeah. But against the Rams, I'm really hoping, Sickness. I'm really hoping. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that the defense is gonna play good. The DB's gonna be good. Just don't play Josh Norman. I don't think he deserves to be there. I would start either Lenore or Avery Thomas. Give Thomas a shot. Let's see if he has improved since the time he's been. I think he was in a practice squad or something like that.
Yeah.
Let's give him a chance. Give him a shot.
Start developing him.
Exactly. That's where I was going with it.
Start developing them. Put them in there, and you can't develop them on the sideline. You got to start developing them. These other guys are just a 1-year rental, and they're older guys. Why not put your effort and your techniques into the young future corners that are going to be on this team? And Lenore did not. Yes, he got burnt a few times, but he's a rookie. But he would have continued to develop if he would have stayed in. Why do you even bother starting and then pull him out? And then I understand you pull him out for a veteran, right? But when you pull him out for a veteran like Norman, then are you really pulling him out for a good veteran? No. He stinks. So I'd rather go with a rookie, and at least I know that if he makes those mistakes, I can shuck it under he's a rookie. What kind of excuse do you make when your veteran makes bonehead plays that hurts the team?
And my strategy for the DBs, what I recommend, don't jam.
Okay.
You have to play a modify off coverage. Because the modify off coverage, if you notice, Sickness, it was it the Colts game? They really confused the receivers for the Colts, even though Kirkpatrick blew that.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to get into that because it's going to get me mad. But I'll give you an example. A modify off coverage, when you play off coverage, you're playing like 8 to 10 yards off, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, what we like to call it, the DBs like to call it, is modify off coverage, where you play 4 to 5 yards. So you're basically cutting it in half. That technique right there will confuse the receiver because he don't know if you're going to jam him. He don't know if you're going to play off. You get him thinking, and that's the whole part of it, the key to it.
Got you.
And that's the coverage I love. That's what I love. I didn't like the 8 to 10 yard. I like to modify it.
And that's what, so in your opinion, that's what you think the Niners should do more to be more successful going forward.
Yes, because you can get to the runner quicker to make the tackle, or you can some 80% neutralize that quick pass. You can attack the bubble screen much better. Yeah, because that's how we were coached to do.
Got it. Okay, well, I'm going to let you go, Moses. Thank you so much for being part of the show, like always, bro. I love your expertise. I love especially in the secondary, bro. You bring a lot of great thought to this secondary, man. So hopefully we'll be able to do what you said and shorten that coverage up, and hopefully they're listening. Not that they watch the show, but hopefully they'll make a change, man, and help out our terrible D-backs right now.
Hey, and big shout out to Varuna. Give him a big shout out for me.
All right, he's going to be my next caller, so definitely stay tuned for that.
All right.
All right, Moses.
Thank you for allowing me on the show.
Absolutely. You have a wonderful, blessed day, brother.
You too.
All right, that was Moses, the D-back disciple. This gentleman knows his secondary. He coaches his kids. He's played the position. So I love when he's part of the call. Let me go ahead and acknowledge some people that have been coming in since I've been on the phone. We got 49ers coming out of Stockton in the house. Welcome. Make sure you hit the like button. We have my boy Glenn Allen. How you doing, sir? Welcome. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. We have Corey Davis in the house. Welcome, Corey Davis. Hosea Villa. What's up, brother? How you doing, sir? Our D-line is overrated. Not enough pressure when we need it. Got you. All right, so let me get a hold of Aruna. Aruna's been calling. I've been messing around with this. So let me see here. Let me give Aruna a call and get him on the phone. And let me get his thoughts on what's been happening with the 49ers, man.
So, please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
Niner sickness. He's using Google Voice too. Aruna, how you doing, sir? Welcome to the Niner Sickness podcast.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good, good. You're going to have to show me how to use this Google Voice after the show, bro. That way I
Yeah,
can...
sure. I will show you. I think you will have to allow it at the devices in the Google Voice settings.
I think I gotta work the settings, but and we can talk to that after. I appreciate it. So let me. What's on your mind, bro? What's your thought process of what's been happening so far? What would you like to vent tonight?
Yeah, I think one of the key reasons is that not the fact that 49ers are not investing or spending money on players. For example, 49ers made Trent Williams the highest paid left tackle in the game. They gave a big contract to Fred Warner, gave a big contract to George Kittle. Even Jimmy Garoppolo's contract was a huge one at the time. So they spend on players if they think they need it. But the problem is how smart are they? For example, the thing happened today. Jalen Hurd. Before the season, we were saying, what's the point keeping Jalen Hurd? He's not making to the team. He's always injured. So why are you trying so much to prove us that you made the correct decision at the draft by getting Jalen Hurd? Because Jalen Hurd never panned out. But Kyle Shanahan and probably John Lynch, they were so arrogant. They had the ego. They were not ready to accept it. We were saying, it's not working. Just let it go. But pick what you have. But they were like, no. Jalen Hurd makes the team, and finally, you waived him. What was the end result? What did you gain from that? Gain from that experience? Now, at the same time, you have a healthy receiver called Brandon Ayuk. You made every possible effort to make Brandon Ayuk not work with this team, not using to your advantage to, upgrade this offense. He's a healthy player, a smart player who can make some flashy plays. If you remember the touchdown he scored last year against Eagles at Levi's Stadium, Ayuk is that player who can, give you some dynamic plays when you really need it. but we were just trying to discipline him, whatever the reason, I don't know, saying that he's not, his work ethic is not enough and whatnot. When you have a healthy player versus you are trying, spending your 53-man roster spot on Jalen Hurd. So that just shows you how arrogant and I would say dumb the decision making of this front office is. So that's a part of the reason. Even today, John Lynch publicly on KNBR said Fred Warner is not playing up to the task that they thought he would be. I mean, why are you saying that? You are in the middle of the season, you are struggling. Fred Warner is at least one of the players who is healthy and trying to do something. Yes, and as fans, we argue, okay, whether Fred Warner is having a good year or not, that's fine. But you're the general manager. Do you talk about Jimmy Garoppolo like that? No. So this regime has what you call different treatment for every player. Some players always get a pass no matter what they do. Okay, he's doing good, he's having a great year, whatnot. And some other players, for example, Trey Lance, he had a tough outing against Arizona Cardinals. And what did Kyle say? Okay, he's a rookie, blah blah blah. He had this thing, he had mistakes. Why are you doing that? So that's what I'm not getting about this regime. So I think it's time that we have to look for new front office because this front office is not going anywhere. They make bad decisions, but when you point it out, they feel try to just deny it and say, okay, no, that's not a bad decision. It will pan out eventually because we are the smarter ones. And unfortunately, there is a fan base too, like saying, yeah, do you guys know football better than the head coach and the GM? So just be faithful. So and finally, things just collapse, and they are like, okay, what the hell did happen? So that's what I'm seeing here. There is no direction, no leadership, and all the decisions they are making right now doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I hear you. It's very frustrating to say the least. This year's a year that that we did not look forward to coming in. We had a lot of high expectations, Aruna. We drafted a young quarterback. We were going to develop him. We drafted a running back and Trey Sermon. We were going to utilize him. We were going to run the ball down the defense's throats. We were going to carry our identity. A run first team. Run the ball, stop the run. And this year, we haven't done that at all effectively. We haven't ran the ball effectively, and we're lacking in stopping the run. Our defense, a lot of people want to blame DeMeco Ryan, but DeMeco Ryan is his first year as a coordinator. Robert Saleh, I understand he had a worse defense to work with, personnel, but yet everybody struggles when it's your first year. But what excuse is it for Kyle Shanahan, Aruna? This is his 5th year. If he has a losing season this year, he'll just have one good season out of 5. That means 4 losing seasons. My friend, that is unacceptable. That is not the culture of the 49ers. That is not what the fans deserve to watch. When you pay your hard-earned money, when you go to the stadium and you root for your team, you take your time out of your schedule to go there, and the team cannot deliver you a win. When was the last time a 49er fan was able to celebrate a win at Levi's? It is unfair for the fan base, Aruna. It is unfair for the people that put in their hard-earned money, But yet, Jet York could raise the money for the season ticket holders. So he wants more money, but he's not producing what he needs to produce on the field. So,
Exactly.
what is Kyle Shanahan doing, in your opinion, Runa? I want to hear your thoughts on Kyle Shanahan. What is he doing different this year from 2019, in your opinion?
I don't think he's doing anything different. Different in the sense that he does not adjust well. That's the problem. Because how many times did he say this season after losses? I think I counted at least 2 times. I mean, immediately after the game press conferences when we lost, he said, we did not expect whatever the opposing team to do that. That's alarming, right?
Uh huh.
Because as your as your head coach, I mean, as 49 head coach, we expect Kyle Shanahan to be ready because football is not. I mean, yes, the players are out there, they have to execute, they have to win games. That's true. But the beauty of football is that there is so much that you can do outside the field, the planning. That's why Bill Belichick is so much successful because he works 18 hours a day uh, to film release everything. Even he expects his players to know about the backup players of the other team. He sometimes goes into quarterback room or offensive meeting, even though he is a defensive genius. He just try to learn and everything. He sometimes makes his wide receivers go and sit in defensive back meeting just to understand how the defense would plan out. So when your head coach is saying, "Oh no, we did not expect that," uh, they came up with a different plan, and it's like, well, I mean, when your head coach is acting like that, what I feel like even I can do a better job. Just go over there and I can just say to guys, okay, guys, let's get it done today. So I can ask someone else, okay, you do the play calling. I'll be just at the end of the game after we lost. I'll do the press conference. I can do that job. Even I mean for a less amount of money. At least it will save money for the organization. So that's the problem. Kyle Shanahan is not adapting. He's trying to just do the same thing. For example, let's take look at some decisions he made. He bought Alex Mack. Alex Mack is past his prime. We saw sometimes where he snapped, the way he snapped, it was horrible, right? Then he was basically trying to stick with Mike McClintock. We were saying this offensive line needs to be updated. We need a better offensive line because everyone was saying after Chicago game, "Oh, our offensive line is really good. Jimmy Garoppolo had a good time in the pocket that he could do stuff and blah blah blah." But what happened next week? He's getting sacked, right? So
Correct.
that's the problem. So we had problems over there. You talked about drafting Aaron Banks or something. When we clearly knew that Jason Barrett cannot be guaranteed to play a full season. Yes, he played last year, but you can't go to a season if you have so much high aspirations that you want to go to the Super Bowl or whatever it is in your mind with just one good corner. So it backfires. So everything is backfiring at this moment. So that's why. I mean, how many snaps did D Ford play during his time in San Francisco? So bad draft, bad free agent signings, and everything. And the thing is, 2019, everything worked out for the 49ers because let's be honest for the moment. Some of these games, the Pittsburgh Steelers game, Big Ben did not play that game. And there were a couple of games Jimmy played badly, but our defense was good enough to hold the other offense. I think there was one game against Cardinals. Jimmy threw a pick, but again, that pick, I think there was a penalty or something. So that was nullified, and we had the chance to score. Then we won that game. So we had some opportunities over there. Then in the NSP Championship game, Rahim Mostert had his best game of the career. I'm not saying we were lucky, but there were some elements of luck played out in that 2019 season. Of course, every team gets it when they go to the big game, Super Bowl season, they get that, right? Because even Patriots got that during the game against Atlanta Falcons. I think Julian Edelman catch the helmet catch. So things happen, but the problem is he did not change. He's trying to do the same thing. He's arrogant. He has ego. So while other coaches, especially guys like Cliff Kingsbury, Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, trying to improve their team, this guy is just doing nothing. He's just lived in the past. He's thinking this is just a 2019 Super Bowl team minus DeFrost Buckner, which we are not. I'm sorry if that's how I see this team.
No, that's fine. Like I said, this is a rant, a show today. I put the number up there so people can call in and just express how they feel. And sometimes when you're not liking a situation or you're not feeling good about something, there's a lot to say, and you got to get it out, Aruna. And I can hear the frustration in your voice, but I want to thank you for being part of my show tonight, man. I appreciate your thoughts. I appreciate being part of the show and sharing how you feel. Hopefully we can turn it around. It starts with the Rams. I know it sounds cliche, but listen, we still have 9 games left. Now, if we play like we played against Arizona, then I don't know what to say, but we can still turn it around. I do know this. If we lose bad against the Rams, then I'm forward to starting the rookie Trey Lance going forward. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But Aruna, thank you for being part of the call-in. I appreciate you, brother. You have a wonderful night.
Have a wonderful night to you too. Thanks for having me.
No, you're welcome, sir. Take care. Thank you for calling the Niners Sickness Podcast. How can I help you? All right, this does for some reason when the calls, Aruna's going to have to help me. Anyway, he's going to help me deal with how to take calls from Google, from the Google account. But that was Aruna sharing, and I understand some of us get a little bit long-winded. Okay, he was ranting. All right, people rant. They get long-winded. That's okay because you're frustrated, and when you're frustrated, you're going to speak a little bit more than you normally do. So tonight, I can accept that because the way our team is, we're 3-5. Some of us, we don't believe the Niners can get out of it. Some of them must do. All right, let's see who's calling. Give me 1 second. Let's see if I can do this right.
Call from.
Good night.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hey, thank you for calling to the Niners Sickness Podcast. How you doing?
Good. I'll be super quick, man. Yeah, good show you got, but I've just been thinking everyone's coming down pretty hard on Shanahan, and I think by now he gets the point. I think it has been deserved. But we are stuck with him next year no matter what. And we can sit here and be miserable for a year, or maybe now we kind of start to think Shanahan's had enough time to pull his head out of where, and let's try to give him a chance again. I think we need to show him that we are willing to acknowledge that he's making some changes, and I think, truthfully, I wish you would listen to the fans. I mean, I'm not sure how you get a coach to listen to fans, but God, if there's a way, that's what needs to happen. Thanks, man. Have a good one.
All right, JT. You're welcome. Thank you for calling in. Well, he's expressing on supporting Kyle Shanahan, and I agree with him to an extent. I don't think we're really bashing Kyle, but I think he has to be held accountable. Correct? He needs to be held accountable to his actions, and he has made some crucial bad calls that make you wonder, like, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? What were you thinking in this situation? Why haven't you played Brandon Ayuk more? Why haven't you played Trey Sermon more? So I understand you gotta back up your coach. We are the faithful and we gotta support the Niners. But I also believe as a faithful, as a ticket season holder, as you should be entitled to express how you feel. And I don't believe Kyle Shanahan should be fired. I don't see who in the world we are going to replace him right now and get the production that we could possibly get out of Kyle. But I do believe Kyle has a lot on his plate. I do believe that Kyle needs to delegate some of that responsibility to Mike McDaniels. Allow Mike McDaniel to help him a little bit more, manage some of those responsibilities. So I am not asking Kyle to get fired. I'm not asking for Kyle to get fired. But as a fan, if I see that he's doing something that he's not supposed to do, or if he's not doing what I know he can do, we should hold him accountable, don't you think? Now, firing Kyle Shanahan, I don't think it's a smart move. John Lynch is, on the other hand, that's a whole different story. But that'll be for a different podcast. But the whole point of this podcast tonight was to take call-ins, to let the frustration of our fans out. We're 3-5. We got embarrassed by Arizona at home. The fan base have not enjoyed a win at home. You go to the game and then you have to hear the opposing team's fan base cheering for their team on the way out of the stadium. That's frustrating. So even though Kyle shouldn't get fired, but damn, he should be held responsible for his coaching. This personal crap that he has going on with Trey Sermon. Hey, Shanahan, you know what? You got to kick your pride to the side, brother. I'm serious. Like, he's finally allowing Brandon Ayuk to play. And look at the production that we got out of Brandon Ayuk against the Bears. We seen a glimpse, and then we saw more of it against Arizona. Do you think that Brandon Ayuk just got better these last two games? No. It was Shanahan. Trey Sermon, a top 3 pick. We traded up into the 3rd round to get him. He hasn't had the opportunity to showcase what he can do. Why isn't Trey Sermon playing for us? What has he done? What has he done so bad? What has he done so bad not to deserve reps in the lineup? I mean, do you guys have an honest excuse for Kyle not playing Trey Sermon? He's a healthy scratch. Why did you go up and get him if you were not going to utilize him? That is my thought process. Why did you draft him What did he show you once he was drafted that you didn't see on film prior to drafting him? And did John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan drop the ball in that draft pick? Aaron Banks out of Notre Dame, he was drafted. He hasn't done anything for us this year. He's a second round pick. A second round pick that hasn't played for us. At guard. A healthy scratch. So you have a second round pick and you have a third round pick inactive for a game. I don't know if there's excuses for that. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with Kyle. He's a great game caller. I do agree. Kyle is a good offensive game caller. But is he a good coach overall? I know a lot of us, we like somebody. I know we went through the Chip Kellys. We went through the Tom Tansulas, the Mike Nolans. I know we went through all that junk coach, and we had the Harbaugh, and then now we have the Shanahan era. I don't want to fire Shanahan. I don't. I just wish that he would give some of that responsibility to Mike McDaniel. I just wish that he would allow Mike McDaniel to really step up and be that offensive coordinator, which his title says he is. And John Lynch, I know John Lynch is very likable. I like him. Very friendly. He has connections with other teams. But was he the right choice at GM? Yes, he gets along with Kyle. Yes, he works with Kyle. But is he making the right decisions? Is Adam Peters also the right person to make personnel choices? Who's really doing the draft picking? Is it Adam Peters? Is it John Lynch? I just feel that Kyle has too much power in this organization. I feel that Jed York, after losing Harbaugh, firing him because of Balak, and having to deal with Tom Tansula, having to deal with Chip Kelly, he was desperate. And I believe he gave Kyle Shanahan too much power. And I think Kyle having that much power is hurting this team. Now, you may not agree. That's fine. I think Kyle is a great play caller. He keeps defenses on their heels. But when you have a lot of responsibility, when you have too much on your plate, it can bleed in. It can bleed into the rest of what you're doing. So I'm not opposed to firing Kyle, but I wish Jed York would come in and have a conversation with Kyle and tell Kyle, listen, either you correct this or I'm going to remove you from some of your I'm going to remove some of your responsibility and delegate it elsewhere. And I'm going to keep you strictly as a play caller. I don't think Kyle has any accountability. Who is he accountable? We all preach this. Depth in positions, what does that do? It develops players better, right? Who's keeping Kyle accountable? It's not Jed York. Jed York needs to step in and remind Kyle Shanahan, I am the owner. I am the CEO of this team. I brought you in to do a job. You haven't done it the way that I wanted you. You had a good season in 2019, but that was 2019. 2017, 2018, I understand. He had to rebuild the team. He dealt with injuries. I understand 2020 was one of those seasons that just messed everything up. But what's the excuse this year? What's the excuse of drafting a guard in the second round and not utilizing him? What is the excuse of drafting a running back in the third round and not utilize him? Please explain to me why we would draft a guard and a running back that high and they're not playing. Then we draft a corner in the third round. He's not playing. What is going on with the front office, ladies and gentlemen? Dina says, I just don't want to see Sermon go to another team. Yeah, like the Seahawks, right? And kick butt when he should be used here with the Niners. Absolutely. I mean, why move up? It wasn't even it wasn't even their spot in the third round. They moved up into the third round, Dina. They gave up capital to the Rams of all teams for that spot to draft Trey Sermon. What did they see in Trey that they moved up into the third round, draft him? They did what they don't see in him now. Tim D. Mendoza, welcome to the stream, brother. The issue is in the locker room with players, not Kyle. 2 Hall of Famers have already weighed in on it. Also, Lynch and Kyle might be too tight, as you say, Beto. Who keeps each other or both of them accountable? To the team, ownership, and fans. Lynch may have to go. More on my podcast tomorrow. Coach's Viewpoint. On Facebook inside Coach Tim page. What's up, Coach Tim? Somebody needs to be accountable. Is it John Lynch? Is John Lynch really the general manager of this team? Or is he just a puppet for the puppeteer of Kyle? Is Kyle holding the strings and John Lynch is just doing what Kyle wants? And if that's the case, Jay York, it's funny, Jay York, either you're butting in too much or not at all. Jed York needs to find a balance as an owner, in my opinion. He's either doing too much and butting in too much, or he's not butting in at all. I believe that Jed York needs to have some type of balance as an owner. Know when to step in. Know when to speak to your coach. Know when to leave them do their job. But watch them do what they're doing. If they're not utilizing some players they drafted, as an owner, I would assume that you will be interested in knowing why did we give up capital to give these players if we're not using them. I know I'm venting, but I'm frustrated, ladies and gentlemen. I'm tired of being a homer. I love my team. I got it tattooed right here. But I'm tired of making excuses for John Lynch. I'm tired of making excuses for Jed York. I'm tired of making excuses for Kyle. Now, I understand. I don't want Kyle fired because if he gets fired, there's no other coach, in my opinion, that can come in and lead this team right now. Now, you may name some names, but unless they have been proven, I don't want to hear it. You know, oh, this coach in college. Has he coached in the NFL? Not really. Well, you know what? What happens if we bring him in and he's worse than Kyle? Now, if you were telling me we were going to bring in Andy Reid of the Kansas City Chiefs, bye, Kyle. We have to have a coach and plan if we want to dismiss Kyle. So I am not for firing Kyle, but I am damn well for keeping him accountable. Kyle needs to change his ways. Kyle's a spoiled brat. He needs to submit his pride at the door. You need to be a leader of men, Kyle. You're not the player's best friend. You are the head coach. You are the person they look up to. They haven't lost their confidence in Kyle. But let me tell you, when players lose respect for a coach, it will get ugly, and it will get ugly quick. Banks was a reach, not a second round talent. Apparently you're right, Tommy, because if people can argue that he wasn't a reach, why isn't he playing? Right? If Aaron Banks was the right player at that particular spot, you think that talent-wise, he will be playing right now, right? The fact that he hasn't played really supports what Tommy says, that Banks was a reach. And I'm thinking Kyle is now realizing that. The thing with Kyle hiring someone like Nerf Turner, they will bump heads way too much, Nick. Welcome to the podcast, by the way. Make sure you hit that like button and show some love to your boy. I think bringing in Nerf Turner, that type of offensive coordinator. See, this is my opinion. Mike McDaniel is very smart. Okay, he is. There's no doubt about that. Mike McDaniel is a smart individual, but Mike McDaniels has never been a head coach or an offensive coordinator, excuse me. So he's kind of under the wing of Kyle Shanahan. He's kind of like the intern. You know, the intern is smart, but the intern's not going to step out of line to their boss. That's how I see Mike McDaniel. Now, Nerf Turner has been a head coach, a terrible one, but he has. And he's been an offensive coordinator for years. North Turner and Kyle Shanahan will bump heads way too much. Way too much. See, in my opinion, Mike McDaniels doesn't bump heads with Kyle. Kyle says something, McDaniel says, okay. North Turner will not do that. So even though your idea sounds good, it will be more chaotic for those two guys to be in the same, coaching the same position. And I don't think Kyle is the type of man that can bring in someone like North Turner and say, okay, I give you complete responsibility of the offense and I'm going to step away. I just don't see Kyle being that type of person. Do you? I agree, Jones. Tim Ochoa. What's up, brother? Welcome. Make sure you hit that like button. You're speaking the truth, Sickness. I appreciate that. I'm just frustrated, bro. What's up, Jason Morales? In the house. What's up, brother? I love my Niners. I really do. I'm just getting frustrated that we are underachieving. Absolutely. The potential's there. From top to bottom. From coaching to players. Why aren't we producing what I believe we are capable of? We are definitely underachieving. Jason. I don't get Kyle. And thinking, we deserve better. You're absolutely right. Kyle has this thing. I'm going to do it my way. Look how long it took Kyle to get rid of Jalen Hurd. Look how long it took. Jalen Hurd hasn't played a down in the NFL in a regular team, a regular game. But Kyle refused to pull the trigger on letting him go until today. What took Kyle so... I mean, let's be real. What did Jalen Hurd show Kyle in practices that Kyle had to yes, I see something that nobody has seen and the potential is there. If that's the case, then why was he waived today? I think Kyle had to check his pride at the door and humble himself and make the executive decision in waiving Jalen Hurd. And realize he's going to take the backlash by reporters on this. I think the reason why he kept him is because of his pride. Because he didn't want to deal with reporters. He didn't want to deal that he made a mistake. And he was hoping that Hurd can turn it around. But when you got a back issues, where's D Ford right now? Where's D Ford? Let me tell you, man, back issues is not a joke. You mess up your hip, you mess up your shoulder, whatever it is. If you have issues with your back, it will limit you to do what you can normally do. Jason says, D'Amico Ryans has done a solid job. Remember, Saleh wasn't great out the gate. But remember too, Jason, Robert Saleh had scrubs. That's something to keep in mind. Now, in the game against Arizona, he had 6 out of his 11 starters out from that game. So, he had to learn, and that's what Ryan is doing. He's done a tremendous job. Right on, Jason. Rabzilla Chavez. in the house. How you doing, sir? It's time to cut Hurd. He's been cut, Ravzilla. Jalen Hurd is no longer a 49er. He was waived earlier today. So Jalen Hurd is no longer a 49er. He is yesterday's news. Arabzilla. Well, the thing is, he ran an outside zone in Ohio State. If you look at what Ohio State ran, was a lot of similar to what Kyle runs offensively. But I think Kyle wanted that big body, that big. This is my opinion. Maybe Trey Sermon wasn't a fit for the scheme, but Kyle, being so prideful, I will teach him how to be a good fit in the scheme. I will. Brown and I will take care of. We will teach him, and we will develop him in that type of running back. Sometimes you can't make a player fit your scheme. So why not scheme around what he does best? Why does he have to change for you? Why can't you humble yourself and create plays that benefit Trey Sermon and utilize his skill set? What does Trey Sermon do well? Okay, well, he doesn't fit my scheme, but I'm going to adjust it so that he feels more comfortable in the offense. Good coaches do that, in my opinion. Maverick, what's up, Maverick? Happy Friday Eve, watching the birds, snowflakes catch. Yo, yesterday, homie. Saturday, homie. Oh, I'm tired. I see the yacht and the Saturday, and I put it together. Man, I've been ranting, but it's been frustrating. You know, normally I come on here and I'm the nice guy. Oh, you know, Kyle's going to be okay. You know, John Lynch did draft George Kittle. So what? He got lucky with George Kittle. Nobody here can tell me that when Kittle was drafted in the 5th round, we knew what we were getting. We got lucky with Drake Greenlaw. But what happened with Solomon Thomas? What happened with moving into this first round in 2017 and getting Reuben Foster? Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it real. John Lynch hasn't been doing a good job. Murat Parag, a lot of people give him credit. Oh, he knows how to work the contracts. He knows how to fit in the contract. He knows how to, this and that. Look what he did with Jimmy. I'm not saying that Parag doesn't know how to work contracts. But who do we have? Look, I hate to say this, but look at the Rams. They just signed OBJ. Oh, he's washed up. He's not the same person he was. He don't need to be. They have Robert Woods and they have Cooper Kupp. They went and got Von Miller. The Rams haven't had a first round pick in how many years, but yet they're relevant. They're always in the contention of playing in the playoffs. The Rams have no first rounders. We did until this year. We're 3-5. What are the Rams? 7-2. Sometimes being too conservative is not always good. I'm going to hold on to the draft picks. I'm going to hold on to. Sometimes you just got to, I don't know. Maybe I'm frustrated. Maybe I'm just very emotional. But sometimes you got to take chances. I don't like the Rams. I dislike the Rams. But the Rams GM takes chances. Yes, it can blow in his face. But he's making it work. Do you see John Lynch taking chances like that? He's too conservative. I don't want to be stupid. I don't want John Lynch to be dumb and just, make all these bad moves. No. John is smart. A Stanford graduate. But it's like, sometimes you got to make some bold moves. Definitely was a bust, Nick. Sometimes you got to make some bold moves. You got to take chances. I say this all the time. If you want to win big, you got to be willing to lose big. You'll never win big if you're afraid to lose big. That's just the bottom line. Everybody wants to win big. Everybody wants to hit the jackpot. Everybody wants to make money. But nobody wants to take a chance to do so. In order to win big, you got to be willing to lose big. And I don't see John Lynch that type of GM. I mean, it's been 5 years, guys. All I hear is, but 2019, we went to this. I don't care about 2019 anymore. What about 2017? What about 2018? What about 2020? And yes, I understand 2020, we had a weird year, injuries, COVID. Okay, so I'm willing to scratch out 2020. But what about 2021? What about the fact that we promoted D'Amico Ryans with no experience instead of bringing someone in like the guy that went to the Cowboys? I forgot his name. He was the Atlanta's head coach. Now he's the Cowboys defensive coordinator. Those are just the things that I wonder why we don't take chances. We promote it, and I was all for D'Amico Ryan. I still am. But you need to experience in that defense. D'Amico doesn't have that experience. He's still trying to find his way on that defense. He doesn't know how to deal with the players. And, am I a coach? Am I a friend? Should I be this guy that gets, chews their ass out? Or should I kind of be nice? We needed a coordinator that had experience. A Wade Phillip type of experience. In my opinion. Now, I have nothing against D'Amico Ryans. The only thing about D'Amico Ryans is his inexperience. That's what hurts him. his inexperience as defensive coordinator hurts him. Now, I understand there were going to be learning pains. Anybody that thought that D'Amico was going to come in and just be the defensive coordinator of the year, I don't know what you were thinking. I knew there were going to be learning pains. I just didn't think we were going to have an outcome like we did this last Sunday against Arizona. Do you think Wade Phillip would have fired, or not fired? Well, you can say fired, but would have dropped Josh Norman? Do you think if we had Wade Phillip, I'm not talking about him in general, I'm talking about his experience, his type of background. A coach like that, do you think they would have tolerated what Norman did? But a rookie coordinator like D'Amico may tolerate that. And this is where we lacked experience, in my opinion. Yeah, really, huh? Probably, Nick. Bring back Michael Singletary. You mean Mike Singletary? Not as a head coach. The only way I would bring Mike Singletary back would be as a linebacker in his prime. Other than that, we don't need him to. I don't need him. What's up, sir? How you doing, sir? Niners Escalate Empire Chapter. What's up, my brother? From another mother. How you doing, sir? Do you guys feel that we're going to be embarrassed Monday night? How many of you feel we're going to be embarrassed on Monday night? Or do you feel this game is going to be closer than what people think? Because if there's any indication of what we saw in that Arizona game, I mean, listen, guys, let's keep it real. McCoy. Okay. Colt McCoy looked like freaking Joe Montana. If McCoy looked like that and did what he did to our defense, imagine what the Rams are going to do. Now, I don't think OBJ would be playing in this game. He might. How effective he will be, I don't know. But Stafford is a way better quarterback than that guy that was a backup in Arizona. And we saw what Arizona did with a backup. So let's keep it real. If the backup for Arizona was able to do what he did with all the screams, what do you think Matthew Stafford's going to do? Sean McVay with Woods, with Huckabee, their tight end, with Cooper Kupp. And now, defensively, they have Von Miller and AD coming through. At right tackle, who's going to get the privilege to defend and take on Von Miller at right tackle? Not that Mike McClinchy would have did a lot much better, but at least Mike McClinchy, I would have felt more comfortable against Von Miller. And that's not saying much. But now, it's going to be Jalen Moore, who has never played right tackle. Is it going to be Brunskill? Is it going to be Compton? Not trying to be negative for my team. I love my team. I want my team to win. But just because I want them to win doesn't mean they're going to win. Hey, I want to look like Tom Cruise in his 20s tomorrow when I wake up. If you ever watched Tom Cruise in Top Gun, I want to go to sleep, wake up tomorrow, and look like Tom Cruise from the movie Top Gun. Just because I want it doesn't mean it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Now, my brother Lucky says, I hope the Niners win. That's an honest assessment. He's not saying we're going to win. He's making a statement of I hope. He's hoping the Niners win. Yeah, he was trash. I mean, we missed on Deshaun Watson. We missed out on Deshaun Watson, even Patrick Mahomes, because we took Solomon Thomas. Then we missed out on Asante Samuel Jr. to take Aaron Banks. And for those that say, wow, didn't they take him ahead of us? Yes, they took Asante Samuel ahead of us when we took Banks. But remember, we moved back prior. Okay. If we wouldn't have moved back, we could have taken Asante Samuel. Is John Lynch the right person for the GM? Dina says, I hope and pray the tackling is better. I don't ever want, to see another game like the Cardinals again. I think it will be a close score, but I don't want to be embarrassed by stupid penalties. I hope you're right. I hope it's a close game on Monday night, but if you think the game against Arizona was bad, I got a feeling, look at Sean McVay hasn't beaten Harbaugh in the last 4 meetings. The last 4 times they met, Sean McVay has not beaten Kyle Shanahan. The Rams had lost to the Niners the last 4 times. Do you think they're not going to play with a little vengeance? If we can't tackle, this game is going to get ugly, and it's going to get ugly quick. It's going to make the Arizona game looking like, man, I wish the outcome was like Arizona. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope that I'm wrong. But based on what I saw against Arizona, with McCoy at quarterback, their number one quarterback was out. Their number one receiver was out. Their number 2 receiver was out. The number 1 running back went out after the first play. James Conner looked like freaking Frank Gore in his prime. if we are realistic and not lie to ourselves as fans, this game against the Rams is going to get ugly and ugly quick. And this is not me hating on my team. This is me being realistic. I want to put on the pom-poms. You know what? It's going to be a close game. You know what? We beaten the Rams with scrubs before. We have, the last 4 games, we have beaten the Rams. I want to say that. But based on what I see of this team, I can't. Jay in the Bay. What's up, brother? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Make sure you hit that like button for your boy. I'm just here ranting in, Jay. I want my team to do good. I want my team to beat the Rams. But if I was a betting man, I will put no money on the Niners in this game. I mean, you can't go off. See, this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. You can't base nothing off the past. Okay? You can't base nothing based on how we played the Rams last year. Oh, last year we played the Rams without Jimmy G and we had no players. They were all hurt, blah, blah, blah. And we beat the Rams. That was last year. They had garbage at quarterback. They don't have garbage at quarterback this time. And if we play the way we played against Arizona, not able to handle no screens, you don't think the Rams are going to test us in the screens? You don't think the Rams are going to do a lot of screens to see if they can get the same results that Arizona did? There it is. There it is there. We got to tackle better. We can't get burnt by these screens. I'm telling you, if our defense plays anywhere the way they played against Arizona, we will be destroyed by Matthew Stafford. McCoy is nowhere near the talent of Matthew Stafford. McCoy did not have the receiving core at his disposal that the Rams do. And yet, they were able to put a whooping on us. Are we really going to sit here tonight and believe for a minute that things are going to be different on Monday night? Have the Niners, have the coaching staff, has DeMeco Ryans, has Kyle Shanahan given us any reason to believe that we're not going to get killed on Monday night? Sickness, what's up, man? How you doing, Clown Man? Time to investigate the land, my friend. This is madness. Talk about all in. I've never seen this before. I hear you. Tommy Uckley says 50-13. Now let's keep it real. Let's be honest with ourselves. Tommy says 50-13, right? And we're like, yeah, right. Yeah, right. That's not happening. No way they're going to put 50 points on this. I hope not. I really, really hope not. I really hope that D'Amico Ryans. You got to remember, we're playing the Rams. Okay, now take this into perspective. We're playing the Rams with a better quarterback in Matthew Stafford, correct? But yet, we're lacking experience in the defensive coordinator position. So they added Matthew Stafford. We removed Robert Saleh. You hear what I'm saying? They have an experienced quarterback behind center. We have an inexperienced coordinator. And I love D'Amico Ryans. I think D'Amico Ryans is going to be great going forward, but he's a rookie. So the combination of having a rookie coordinator, a bad secondary, no pass rush, and we're facing Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Huckabee, and possibly OBJ with Matthew Stafford at the helm. And I forgot the name of the running back, but he's not bad. He's been running good. So I hate to say it. Does that 50-13 really seem impossible? Or does it seem more realistic? I hope Tommy's wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that, you know what, at this point, even if we lose, I just don't want to get embarrassed. Right? Don't get embarrassed. It's like, if we win, that's the icing on the cake. I'm not even focusing on winning. I just don't want to get embarrassed on Monday night. National TV. By the Rams of all people. Let's see what happens. Hold on, guys. Let's see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I've been ranting. I've been on here for 2 hours. I'm gonna get off of here. My ass went numb. I don't feel it anymore. And my desk goes up and down. I'm able to stand up, but if I stand up, I'm gonna be on here for another hour. So I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna skedoodle out of here. It's been fun. Somebody's been calling. I think, Corey, you have been calling, but I'm not going to take calls right now. Not because it's you, Corey. Don't take it personal. At this point, the only call that I would have taken is my wife because she'll beat my. But we'll definitely take your call next time, Corey. Clownman says Niners 17, Rams 34. No 50-13 is how I feel emotionally. Ridiculously also feeling near that. Okay. Carlos, what's up, brother? We could have experienced quarterback that wanted with the Niners, Brady or Rodgers. All we did is sign trash. Aaron Rodgers is a different situation. I honestly just don't think what Tom Brady would have did for this team. Maybe this year. But the type of team that we had last year with the injuries, you tell me, what could have Tom Brady done last year other than get hurt? But I hear you. Alfonso, what's up, brother? 50-3. Haha, I'm not all about firing the coach. He's to stop to get over him. Which is he's. You're welcome, Dina. Everyone, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Man, over 2 hours, and you guys are watching heavy. There's a lot of you on here. Truly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting my rant. Thank you for the ones that called in today. Corey, I will get you on the next one, I promise. Everyone have a blessed day. Remember, God loves you. And pray for your 49ers that we don't get embarrassed. That we don't get embarrassed on national TV on Monday. I'm your boy, Niner Sickness. Thank you for being part of the Niner Sickness podcast. Have a great night, and until the next show, I am out. Peace.